Leduc was discovered in 47, Redwater in 48. I'd read about those things, but I wasn't going that way. I'd worked the summers in university for the Ontario Department of Mines. I really worked hard in university. I had very, very good grades. I was offered some fellowships. I accepted one at the University of Michigan. I had my master's degree. I was going to take 2 years and get a master's degree. Had my thesis all picked out. Had my summer job all picked out. And then I got thinking, Becky's graduating. Here I am, 2 more years of school. And school was always a financial struggle for me. I didn't ever have any extra money. Michigan State gave me a little bit of help because I played some hockey there and because I had very good grades. So everybody else in the geology department was writing letters to oil companies. And I sat down one Sunday night, I lived in residence, and I'm going to try it. So I picked out 2 names. One was Shell Oil Company, because Shell had a service station in the little Ontario town I grew up near. And the other, for some reason, was Superior Oil of California. And I borrowed a typewriter. I don't type, but I picked out 2 application letters. Sunday night, mailed them. Wednesday night, I got a telegram, supposed to be from Los Angeles, saying, and I can remember it word for word, saying, Mr. Feldmeyer, Mr. Jones will contact you from Calgary regarding possible job. Signed, John T. Eisberg, Chief Geologist, Superior Oil Company. I roomed with Tim Monahan, an Irish guy who was always pulling jokes, and he's the only one I knew who wrote those letters. And I didn't think they had time to get back. And I thought Tim was pulling the fast one because the wire wasn't delivered. It was phoned in from Lansing to East Lansing on the Michigan State campus. That's how they did it those days. But Tim couldn't keep a straight face, so that was Wednesday evening I got it. Thursday, he was just normal. Friday, normal. So I phoned Western Union and said, can you trace the wire? And they said, yes, we can. They said it came from Los Angeles. Well, the next day, I got a call from Art Feldmeyer here in Calgary, telephone call, saying, are you still interested in the job? I said, well, I am, but I got some other commitments here. And he said, if you are, I'll come down and interview you, talk to you. So he flew down to East Lansing, and he offered me a job right there on the spot. Well, here I was, I was going to be here. I phoned Becky that night, and I said, you're not going to believe this, but I've got a job offered, and it was $325 a month. That sounds silly today, but it was a pretty good salary in those days. So we talked about it, and when Art offered me a job, I said, well, Mr. Feldmeyer, I do have to untangle myself, and would you give me a little bit of time to think about it? He said, well, we want to move on, but how much time do you need? I said, well, could you give me a week? He said, yes. The next morning, I phoned him. I said, I'm coming to work for you.